What's up, peeps? What's going on? Hopefully everybody's doing pretty good out there, man. I know it's been a long time. Y'all ain't posted nothing. Forgive me. But your boy been super busy with just working and, chilling with the family, doing stuff around the house and so forth. So forgive me on that. But nevertheless, we're coming back with some more Camaro content. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the last video I did was some G20 content. So we're going to switch gears and hit y'all with another install video. And in today's install video, I'm gonna actually be installing the Tracy Lewis RX catch can. That's right, Tracy Lewis, baby. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's go ahead and get into the unboxing of this catch can from Tracy Lewis. Believe it or not, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I really never even heard of a catch can until probably about a year ago, maybe a year and a half tops. That's when I started hearing, catch cans and stuff. I know I've been sleeping under a rock. I haven't heard of no damn catch can, right? But yeah, I've never heard, and I never knew the beneficial factor of having a catch can. I've been going to meets and, talking to different people, and yeah, I gained a lot more knowledge for these catch cans, man. And I'm like, yeah, this is something I definitely need. And looking back, I probably should have did this mod, but again, I didn't know about it at the time. I probably should have actually did this mod when I canned my car. And the reason I say that is because that was at that time, that's when I actually had the motor, the top half of the motor rebuilt from my mechanic. And, I had my heads resurfaced and all that good stuff. So I actually should have put this on then, but nevertheless, it's cool because since I canned the car, I've only put about 10, not even 10, maybe 8,500 miles on the car since then. And that's been 2 years ago now. So, or over 2 years now. But nevertheless, man, we got the catch can, and yeah, it came packaged pretty well. I got the hoses and everything, right? Got the barbs in there. Got all the necessary clamps and push-in connectors and, all that good stuff. Hey, Tracy Lewis, baby. That's right. Tracy Lewis, man. And shout out to Tracy, man. I actually hit him up because I was confused about his video. It's really anybody can do this, but I was just a little confused. And obviously you want to ask questions if you're confused about something. But he was pretty helpful. I just messaged him on Facebook and he was able to answer that. No problem. So I definitely shout out to Tracy Lewis, man. I definitely appreciate that help on Facebook. Okay, so yeah, looks like we got everything here, all the pieces, right? Got the hoses. So yeah, let's go ahead and install this bad boy, man. All right, let's go outside and install it. I almost forgot about this little piece. So, and I'm gonna show you guys when I get out there, but this is the PCV valve, okay? And I will definitely be leaving all the links to these products in the description bar so you guys can do it yourself. And I'm gonna actually be replacing this PCV valve once I drill the recommended hole sizes on this guy. I'm gonna be putting this new one in because the one I have currently in the vehicle is the original one. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with it, but I'm pretty sure when I take it out, it's gonna be a little bit dirty and whatnot. So I'm gonna just go ahead and replace it with this. It was only 20 bucks anyway, okay? So yeah, let's get into it, peeps. So got the engine cover off. So what I'm actually gonna do is the easiest part of this whole setup is we're going to remove this tube here going into the cold air intake and to the back engine valve back there. We're gonna just take this thing completely off. No longer needed. Okay. And okay. All right. We don't need this guy anymore, right? And we got about a 1/2 inch stub cap right here. Okay, we're gonna just place it back here because we don't want to leave this. We don't want to leave an opening into the engine. So go ahead and plug that piece right in there. All right. Boom, just like that. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and take the engine oil cap right here, and it comes with already a hose attached to it pretty much. So we just plug this guy right here, plugs right into my aftermarket cold air intake on the clean side. Nice little snug fit. Okay. Nice little snug fit right there. And for right now, this obviously goes right here, but I'm gonna do this last after I install the engine cover back on, so we can just put this to the side somewhere. Okay, so there's, I think it's like 2 locations where you can mount this catch can. One of them's on the dirty side, on the passenger side of the vehicle, right? That little post right there. And then you have another one. You can actually, if you want to, mount it right here, which is on the clean side. But I see most of the people mounting it on the left side, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do that, because I think it you know, it's more space over here to actually show it off, you know, when I'm at the car meets with the engine bay area and stuff like that. So, and plus I think honestly it just looks better on the left side because you have more space to work with than you do on the right side over there. So we're gonna just put it right here, okay? All right, next thing we're gonna do is put the bracket onto the mount the bracket and flange onto the catch can here. So I got this catch can mounted in place right here, and I'm gonna have to remove that PCV valve and modify it, but I already have a new one, so I'm not gonna actually modify the one in there. I'm gonna modify the new one and then stick that back in there. All right, I'm gonna take the back valve off back here. Has a little clip. Just push that clip to the side, it comes right off. Okay, just kind of wiggle it through here. This is hard plastic. Okay, then once you get that off, you have to just turn this guy. And it just comes right off. Turn it counterclockwise, and it pops right out, okay? This valve right here. All right, so this is the PCV valve, the new one. As you can see those holes. This is the old one I pulled out. You can see those holes are pretty small. So at this point in time, we're going to drill the recommended size dimensions. They're saying do a 1/8 for the top and 5/64 for the bottom. Okay, for the bottom two. And you can see this is the original PCV valve. You can see all that oil kind of gunked up on there over time. I mean, wow. Yeah, so now I see what they're talking about. So by drilling these holes a little bit bigger, it's definitely going to increase the flow throughout this valve right here. Okay. Okay, so I ran ahead and drilled the center right there and drilled the bottom two. The bottom two, And got the center right there. Blew any extra shavings out of there, so it should be pretty clean to go back in. And again, you're gonna set it in like this with the bottom two facing down. Back, you can't see it, but it's back into that valve line right there, that valve hole in the engine. Okay, just kind of press it down. You can use some pliers to kind of wiggle it in there. Okay, and also just a little note, this is the old one, but I stuck the new one back in. You're gonna make sure when you put this down in this way that this little washer thing right here is sitting flush on the engine valve part. Okay, so this little like gasket or little washer ring right here, you want to make sure it's sitting flush when you put it in. Okay, so you can kind of see it, so it's pretty much like that. Okay, all right guys, so here we are. We got the oil RX Tracy Lewis catch can in there. And just to recap, we got this far left going into the throttle body. I actually had to remove the location. I originally had it in the side right there, but we sealed it up and poked it in from the top because I was talking to Tracy Lewis, and he advised that this angle connector has to be positioned in the right angle, at the right angle and everything. So I went ahead and rerouted it to the top, because he's a pretty good guy, Tracy Lewis. I appreciate the help, man. When I hit him up and had specific questions, he got back to me real time. He sent pictures, so that was well appreciated. Definitely love that. Okay, we got this center. We got the center valve right here going all the way back to the PCV valve back there. Okay, and remember, if you got a 2013 or older model, you have to do that drilling process that I explained earlier in the video. Okay, and we got the far right valve right here going directly into the intake manifold, and and we got both check valves going away from the can. Okay, so both valves are going away from the can, and that's what actually Tracy Lewis explained to me as well, because I knew going into the intake manifold from another buddy, I knew this was supposed to go into the intake manifold, but I was unsure about this one right here. But I reached out to Tracy Lewis again. Appreciate your help, and he explained to me and told me both check valves should be going away from the can. Okay, so that wraps it up today with this video, guys, on how to install the Tracy Lewis RX catch can into the 2011 V6 Camaro. All right, so we got the catch can. We're finna do the first emptying of the catch can, and it's been about a month and a half since I installed it. As you can see, I got some lighting in there so we can see the bad oil traveling down. I already got kind of a clear, transparent oil catch can down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we got in there. And to do this is there's a clamp. You can't really see it, but there's a clamp or a lever in the front of this guy here, and we just need to turn it to open the valve and then release the oil. So I'm doing it right now. Let's see here which way I have to turn it. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, just not too much, just dripping. Not too much in there. Not too much, but again, I wasn't expecting too much. Since this is not the daily, I probably only put about maybe 200-300 miles max since I've installed the catch can, and that's about a month and a half's time. So I wasn't expecting too much to come out, but nevertheless, we do got some oil, some bad oil in there. So that's a good indication that I hooked everything up right and that it's doing its job. Okay, yeah, so that's it, man. All right, y'all leave me feedback. Let me know what y'all think, man. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.